up, y'all? Welcome to another video. This is basically going to be a little update video on just my life, my relationship, what's been going on with that. There has been a lot of developments since I talked to you guys last, not good ones. I'm going to be getting unready while I talk to you guys, just taking my makeup off and stuff because I already have makeup on, so I didn't want to like take it off and then put it back on. I think the last time I talked to you guys, I was confronting my baby dad. We were like just about to break up. I think I was just about to break up with him at that point, or we had already broken up and then we got back together and then broke up again. I'm pretty sure since that video was filmed, we got back together. We were only broken up for like a couple of days maybe. We got back together and then I broke up with him again. So I'm gonna rewind back to Halloween night. We were already broken up at this point. I think it was like 2 days fresh. I basically kicked him out of the house. He came here and I think it was like maybe 10 or 11 at night and just started banging on the doors, wanting to come in. I wouldn't let him in. So he ended up spray painting bitch across all of my front windows in huge letters. And then before I even saw that, he actually had ran over my trash can, like my recycle bin, with his truck. So that is when I called the police. Actually, I didn't call the police. I called Crime Stop, like non-emergent, and basically told them like, hey, I think somebody just ran over my trash can. I didn't tell them it was him. I just said somebody ran over my trash can just because I wanted it on file. At this point, I was done, okay? And like, this has been a pattern in our relationship where I should have called the cops and didn't. But I am just at the point now where I'm like, I want you away from me. I don't want you at my house. Like, if you come here and you start causing a ruckus like that, like, I'm calling the cops. Like, I don't care anymore. I'm done dealing with it. I have a baby that's trying to sleep in this house. I'm done dealing with this bullshit that he puts me through. I'm gonna get back to this part in a minute, but when my roommate was still living here, like maybe like a couple months before this happened, he actually called the cops on my boyfriend because he was being absolutely insane. I hope you guys don't hear my child screaming. Yeah, he was being absolutely insane. So my roommate actually had called the cops on him. So this was the second time the cops were coming in the span of like a few months. So anyway, I called Crime Stop because he did that. I actually didn't know that he had spray painted my windows yet. But then again, at some point in the night, I honestly can't remember what time it was, he came back again and was trying to get in the house, was being crazy, screaming. I think this might have actually been when he spray painted the windows. But my point is, he came back again and he was being crazy. He was trying to get in the house. He was trying to break down the doors. Just being insane. Like, I had to work at 6 o'clock in the morning, or had to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Like, I had a baby to get to daycare. I had to go to work. Like, I was done. So I get on the phone. I don't call the cops yet, but I say, if you touch that fucking door one more time, I'm calling the cops. At this point, I could see him out front of my window, but I didn't know what he was doing at the time because I was just kind of trying to ignore him. Turns out he was spray painting my windows. So I'm screaming to him like, hey, I'm going to call the cops if you don't stop. So he didn't stop, so I called the cops and they came out here. At this point, he obviously drove away. He was gone because I told him like, hey, I'm on the phone with 911 right now. Like, you better get the fuck out of here. He left, the police came, and I even told the police on the phone because I was so tired. Like, I just wanted to go to bed. I was like, you guys don't even have to come out here. Like, I understand I just called the cops, but like, really, I just want him to get the fuck out of my house. And that did the job by calling you guys. So like, you guys can send an officer. You don't have to. Like, I don't want to like take away from like things that are more important, obviously. But I wanted to get my message across to him. Like, I am not fucking around anymore. Like, you come on this property, I'm calling the cops. So they were like, okay, well, we'll send an officer, just like patrol the area. Like, that's fine. And I was like, okay, cool. Probably like 20 minutes later, I get a knock on the door. The cops came anyway. They would just want to know like some information. It was these 2 cops that came in, super nice. I had told them that this was like the second time that he's come back tonight. And so that made them kind of worried. They thought like that he was going to keep coming back here. But I was like, no, like, I told him I was calling the cops. Like, he has warrants out for his arrest. Like, I really don't think he's going to come back here, you know? They asked me a bunch of questions. They asked me what his car looks like. They asked me for a picture of him, like, all of that stuff. They asked me, like, if anything happened to the baby, like, all that type of stuff. So at that point, when the cops were here, they were actually the ones like, hey, have you seen this? And that they were pointing to my window with the bitch spray painted on it. And I was like, oh, no, I haven't seen it, actually. I'm just now discovering it as you tell me. So they are the ones that actually showed me that he had spray painted the windows. But anyway, they leave. Fast forward probably 3 weeks now. I have not really seen him at all. He's come by to the house a couple times and I immediately told him to leave. So in the last 3 weeks from today, I really haven't seen him much. Like I said, he came to the house a couple times. He had been texting me a bunch of stuff. At this point, I pretty much had him blocked. but I was only unblocking him to like ask him when he wanted to see the baby. This is very important to the story, okay? I asked him 7 times in the span of a week when he wanted to see the baby, okay? Not one single time did he respond. But then he's gonna text me paragraphs saying that I'm keeping him from his child, that I don't want him to see the baby, that this and that. And I'm like, I have been asking you when you want to see her and you won't respond. So I don't even want to hear that as an excuse at this point because it's bullshit. So like I said, I really haven't seen him much. It was, I think 2 nights ago, he shows up at the house and I am already like ready to go to bed for the night. I think I was like in the shower or something. I hear you. I had just gotten done filming a video, doing my hair. Turned out he had been outside for a while because he was like, you didn't see me outside? Like, I've been outside. And I was like, no, I didn't. Like, I had no idea. He came inside. I realized at that moment that he still had a key because I thought he had threw the key into the house because I had like heard him throw it. I guess he had another one. I really don't know how he got the key back. Because I did find a key that he threw, like when I was cleaning the house, I found the key that he threw. But it could have, I guess now that I think about it, it could have been just a random key because I didn't test it. But I thought that was the key. Turns out he had another key, so he got in that night while I was about to get in the shower. And so I was like, what the fuck are you doing here? And he's like, please, Grace, just let me be here. Like, I just want to see the baby. So I was just like, okay, fine. Like, if you are going to be calm, then you can sit here and see the baby. Like, I'm going to go shower. Like, let's just be calm. And you can be here, okay? So he was being really good. He was being fine. He asked if he could take a shower because he had just gotten off work. So I said yes. Everything was chill. I was like, okay, like, you know, I do want him to see the baby. I want him to be a part of the baby's life. The baby, like I said, loves being around him, but I don't want to be with him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be with him, but that doesn't mean I want him to not see the baby. I get ready for bed. I'm on the couch, like, just, you know, chilling, watching TV. He's taking a shower. He gets out of the shower. And we're sitting on the couch and he's like asking me if I want to like make food or if like he can make food for me, whatever. He's looking in the pantry to see if there's anything that he can make. Like I said, I'm already laying on the couch. The baby is pretty much sleeping. Like, she's starting to get sleepy. And all of a sudden there's knocks at the door. And I'm like, who the fuck is here? Like, it's like maybe like almost 9 p.m. at this point. Like, who is knocking on my door? And so I'm like freaking out. I'm like, who the hell's here? Like, is one of your friends here? Like, did you invite somebody here? Like, what, who is here? I've never had somebody knock on my door that late. So of course he's like, I don't know, like, did you invite somebody here? Like, you told somebody to come over. And I was like, no, like, I have no idea who's here. I was like, what the fuck? And I'm saying like, who is it? Who is it? And they're still knocking. And so eventually I get up, I open the door, and it is the 2 cops that came the last time. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I didn't call the cops. I'm like, I'm saying that. I'm like, what's going on? And they're telling him like, hey dude, like, you got a warrant out for your arrest. Like, pack it up, let's go. Like, now my ex-boyfriend's like, I knew I heard somebody in the back. I knew I heard somebody in the back. Somebody called the cops on me. Like, just getting all paranoid. And I'm like, no, they've probably just been looking for you since you have multiple warrants out for your arrest. Our neighbors have already been disturbed by you so many times. Like, I have no doubt in my mind that a neighbor would have called if they seen his truck, you know, like, because the truck hasn't been here for 3 weeks since the cops came the last time. So like, it would have made sense if the neighbors called the cops. He's like, did you call the fucking cops? And I'm like, no, I didn't. Like, I didn't call the cops. Eventually one of the cops is like, no, she didn't call. Like, we just came here to get you. So he's like, I knew somebody called. Like, somebody was in the backyard, blah, blah, blah. He's still thinking that somebody called. So they take him away. I think that they are just like gone because nobody stayed behind. Like, they left. I'm going to get into this later on, but it was kind of like fate that this happened. This is very important to the story, what I'm going to say about like just how this all worked out like this. I'll get to it in a second, okay? So anyway, I'm sitting on the couch, like maybe 5 minutes goes by and one of the cops comes back. Happens to be the cop that's really cute. I had already thought the last time that they were here that this cop was like super fucking hot. He was just really nice. You guys, she has not taken one single nap today. I hear you, bug. Bubba. What do you want to play with? So like I said, the cop was just really nice last time and I don't know. He was kind of quiet. I think like just compared to the last cop that was there, the very first time when my roommate called, that cop was such an asshole. And like the way he made me feel was like just so shitty. You guys, she's literally sitting on the floor right next to me. Like, she's fine. She just, every time I talk, she wants to talk. She's like finding her vocals. So if you guys hear her, I do apologize. There's nothing I can do. So the first cop that I had was actually a pair of cops. The first dude that came and then a backup cop. The first cop was basically like, I was telling him what happened and he was like, that was all that happened. Like basically giving that type of vibe, like anything else, like why did you actually call, like type of thing. I was like, okay, whatever, like, you know, maybe it's just not that serious, even though it was. But then the second cop was like, you need to keep you and your daughter safe. Like, what the hell? And I'm like, so just to clarify, when my roommate called, I then got on the phone and was like, yes, we need the police here. So he initially called, but I was the one that requested help. Just to clarify that before I get on to this next part. So then the second cop came and he was like, he made a comment like, you need to keep you and your daughter safe. And I was like, what do you, I called the cops. Like, what else could I possibly do? I broke up with the dude. He showed up here and I called the cops. Like, what do you mean I need to keep me and my daughter safe? Like, I know that. That's why I called the fucking cops. He made me feel really shitty about the whole situation. So this was like two different cops. They were really nice. They were very calm. So that cop came back, the one that was really nice and the hot one. And he was like, basically like, all right, like, you good? Like, does he have a key to the house? And I was like, yeah, I can't find the key. I tried to look for it while he was there. I was like, I can't find the key. Like, he notoriously hides shit. So like, he definitely hid it. Did I put on my eye cream? I can't remember. So I'm like, I have no idea where the key is, but yes, he has a key. And he's like, all right, like, it's up to you if you want to like go find the key in like his truck or whatever. But like, you know, just let us know if you need anything else. I was like, yeah, you know, like, it was kind of weird. Like, he showed up here. I hadn't seen him since you guys came the last time. And then he showed up here and you guys show up. And he basically like insinuated that he had been, from what I understood, like patrolling the neighborhood to try and find him. Which, why does that make me feel like some type of way? I don't know. In like a good way. But cops have a job to do, right? Like, they have so much to do in a night. I'm sure that like the last thing they're gonna do is like remember a random girl that called and be like, let me, you know, make sure the student's coming back. Like, it's not very common for a cop to like follow up like that. So for him to have been patrolling this area for 3 weeks, like I said, just really kind of like meant something to me. It was very nice that he did that. I feel like he had been watching out for him, and like basically the first time he showed up here, he got his ass. He actually had 2 warrants out for his arrest. One was for the last time when my roommate called the cops, and then one was for unpaid fines from when he crashed my car, like, I think 3 years ago at this point. If you guys are OG followers, you remember that whole situation. That was a really, really, really bad situation. And I don't know why I took him back after that, honestly. It literally disgusts me that I took him back after that. But yeah, the cop was really nice. And he, like I said, it kind of insinuated that he had been watching the neighborhood type of vibe. Now let's get into like the weird part. So for the last few weeks, ever since I started praying, basically, like I've told you guys in a few videos now, I have never been somebody that prayed, believed in God, was religious, anything like that. I'm still not religious, but I have been dabbling in the art of praying lately. And basically, like, I'll just say a little prayer every day. I'm thankful for my daughter being healthy and happy, and my family being safe and healthy, and like just like stuff like that that I'm grateful for. I have prayed to God that he gives me a sign that I'm moving in the right direction, basically, that I'm doing the right thing. I started including this in my prayer in like the last few weeks, and I actually wasn't even praying in regards to that. I was praying that he gave me a sign. Like, basically what my intention of the prayer was that I was praying that he like gave me a sign that I was spending my time in the right ways. And I mean like YouTube and TikTok and like just the things that I'm trying to strive for in my life. I wanted just a sign that I was not wasting my time, basically, that like I'm doing this for a reason, just like that I'm moving in the right direction in general, in my career and everything. Also like wanting to go back to school. So I just like was praying to him that I was doing the right thing in my life, basically, if that makes sense. But it was just kind of weird that the cops showed up like that. And the way I correlate the two is like basically be careful what you wish for. Like, it's just kind of crazy that that was the sign that I was shown. Like, you haven't seen this dude since the last time the cops were here, basically, other than like a few seconds telling him to get the fuck out. And then he shows up, and as soon as he shows up, the cops come and take him away. And that to me was like a sign from God saying, no, bitch, like, you were doing the right thing. Like, we're not going down this road again, because that's how he slips back into my life. Okay. we don't talk for a couple weeks, and then he comes here, it's chill. I'm like, okay, we'll be fine. Like, after tonight, like, you need to leave. Like, you know, you can see your daughter tonight, but you need to go. So that's like how it always starts, is how he just like worms his way back in. So in my opinion, that was basically a sign from God saying like, no, you prayed that you were doing the right thing. You were doing the right thing. And we're going to continue to do the right thing because we don't want this dude in your life. That is so crazy that like he shows up here after 3 weeks. And as soon as he shows up, the cops come and take him away. Like, I didn't even get a chance to allow him to try and manipulate me this time. I didn't even have the chance to allow him to like get his fucking fangs into my skin again. Like, it was just crazy timing because he was like, okay, you know, he came here, he saw the baby, let's get him the fuck out type of vibe, you know? So I don't know if that makes any sense. I don't know if you guys are following what I'm saying, but it just felt like a sign that like, yes, you are moving in the right direction. Like, you're doing the right thing. You prayed for a sign. Here's your fucking sign. All right, y'all, that's basically it. My phone's actually running out of storage and dying, so I should probably go. I really need to get either a new phone or get a camera because my phone storage is completely maxed out right now, and like I delete shit, but it's just not helping. I hope you guys like these type of videos. I never wanted to be somebody who talked shit about my baby dad online. The only reason I can really justify doing so is because I have such a small, tight knit group of people watching. Like, I feel like you guys are literally my friends. I only have like 4,500 followers on here, so I feel like if anything, I can always delete them. It's just like mainly for me to like just get it off my chest and also put it into perspective and be like, okay, yes, this is happening to you. This is your life. You need to fix this. You need to like stay away from this person. And I feel like it holds me accountable telling you guys about it. I hope this doesn't ever come off like I just am on here talking shit about my baby dad, because he has many, many, many good things about him. He's a great dad. Like I said, I've said that in every video. He just does not have his priorities straight. Anyways, I hope you guys like these type of videos. Please like and follow. There's definitely going to be more videos coming up soon. I have a bunch to edit. Some of them might be like a month old at this point, but they are coming. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for all the kind comments every time I do a video like this. I really appreciate it. You guys are literally my best friends. You are amazing. I love all of you. Again, please let me know if you like these type of videos. Follow me on TikTok, follow me on YouTube, like this video, and I love you guys so much. I'll talk to you next time. Say bye to Stinky Girl. Say bye to Stinky Girl. I don't. Say bye, Stinky. All right, guys. Love you.